Hello and welcome to Tucson, Arizona. I'm Randy. So today I want to talk about dreams. Sometimes dreams do come true. They take time, they take patience, they take money. But most of all, they take hard work and dedication to the dream, right? So I'm an RC guy. There's some of my RCs. I like making content about RCs. I'm just getting into it. I'm not very good at it. A lot of people are gonna mock me for lots of things. That's okay. I'm old, I'm fat, and I'm bald. So a few weeks ago, my buddy gets in, well, I guess a couple months ago now, my buddy gets into RCs, tells me, you know, he's all about it now, and I warned him, it's an addiction. You're getting into a world that's going to cost you a lot of time and a lot of money, which is kind of a misnomer. It will cost you a lot of time. It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. Most of my RCs, I've worked some really good wheels and deals on. I've scored a lot of really good deals on most of my stuff. That same friend, in talking when he got his very first legit big RC, we were talking about RCs, and I told him what my dream was. My be-all, end-all, my top of the mountain is an Xmaxx. I'm a Traxxas guy. I like Arma. I'm getting into some of them. I'm not sold on the big rock. I have a Creighton 6S. I've got a little Typhon Grom. I'm slowly getting into it. I do like them. The Spectrum stuff is awesome, but I never got sold on some of the looks of them. I'm really not sold that they're the best out there, but I do like them. So he came to me, I'm telling him, Xmaxx, that's my dream truck. I've always wanted one. I just can't pull the trigger on a $1,000 truck when I've got real trucks that cost me money, a home, kids, reality, you know. Plus I like firearms and a lot of other expensive stuff. So my buddy came to me a few weeks ago and said, I think I found you a deal on an Xmaxx. Sweet, what's the deal? I mean, I've gotten some smoking deals in the past on some pretty good cars for dirt cheap. He says $200. So I introduce you to the $200 Xmaxx. Ignore the shop's a mess. $200 Xmaxx. But Randy, you say, $200 Xmaxx, that's got to be just a shell. There's some tires. That's it. There's nothing else under that beautiful cover. Well, first off, the cover's good looking, but beat to hell. These guys, it's big body. Give me a second. Raped this thing, right? It's all beat up. It's been taped. It's definitely been through the ringer. It needs to be replaced. But under that beautiful hard candy coat exterior beats the heart of a warrior. It's got everything. It's at the motor, the ESC, the servo, everything. It still has the battery retainers. The guy said it's got problems, and there's some gear problems. He had the whole rear end torn out of this truck. It's a 20-pound truck. So in here, he had everything out. The pinion was okay, but the main gear, it's a big truck. I'm just trying not to knock things off my table. It did have some broken teeth. I have RC parts laying all over the place. I do have, so gave me the truck, all the plastics, and a bunch of new parts. There it is. So if you look, there are some missing teeth. Now, from what I found, this could be caused from a few different things. A lot of it comes down to bearings. I tore the entire power train out of the rear. It's got 3 different diffs, all with different names. They're differentials, they're gears. Couldn't find anything wrong there. I gotta tear the front end apart, but I mean, shocks are golden. Truck's in great shape. Needs a body, needs some things. I've ordered a bunch of things for it. But here's the golden cap. So in a single week, I went from having no Maxes of any kind from Traxxas. Find a smoking deal on the Max 4S. Go to Phoenix, pick up 2 identical trucks. Butch has one, I have the other. Picked them up for a smoking deal. $350 for a Max, covered in aluminum upgrades, with batteries, with books, with radios, whole shebang. Works great. Smoking deal. Can't touch those for less than like $500 on eBay, and I got a complete truck that was in amazing shape. I have put some cracks and some scratches into it, and some friends of mine who don't really know how to run RCs very well at all have lost some parts, but I've since replaced them. The truck's back on the road. The same day I show back up from Phoenix, give Butch his Max, he brings me my Xmaxx, $200. Just a few days later, Butch gets me a Mini Max for under $200 with everything complete. It's a great little truck. And then, to top all of that wonderfulness off, the following week, right? So within a week of having no Maxes to having the Max, the Xmaxx, the Mini Max, I come home from work. There's a weird truck in my driveway. I've never seen it before, don't know who's there. My wife's truck is gone, so who the hell's parked in front of my house? It's a crew cab 4x4 Duramax with a 6.6 and an Allison transmission. My dream truck. In my driveway. In my favorite color of Chevy. So, I'm a Chevy man, but it's my favorite color they've ever put on it. I get out of my work truck. There's my wife and my youngest son standing there. Showed me keys, hands me the keys, and said, "Happy Father's Day." So in a week, I got a Mini Max, a Max, an Xmaxx, and a Duramax. Dreams do come true, my friends. Dreams do come true. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful life. But now I have a ton of parts for the Xmaxx. With any luck this weekend, I'll be doing a bench test on it, making sure everything runs. I've got batteries. That batteries are not a problem. I got a whole bunch of batteries over there. I bought a whole new stainless screw kit, hardware kit for the Xmaxx. So it's missing some screws, some hardware. It won't be anymore. I'm borrowing, so the hubs, the hub nuts for these monsters don't belong to me, they're Butch's. So I got myself some with the tool to screw them on. Life's a beautiful thing, man. Keep the dream alive. Keep hammering. And just keep the dream out there. Let the dream be known. Let the dream be alive. And someday, you can do this. Next step is to stack those on the hood of my Duramax and take a picture. Oh, that aluminum's really heavy. The problem with putting all this aluminum on your trucks is it makes them really heavy, and you're inevitably giving yourself a weak point, which could be a point that's going to cost you the most amount of money. When you've got all aluminum hubs, control arms, suspension, everything, and drive shafts, eventually you're going to destroy gears, because there's got to be a give somewhere. There's a reason hoods on vehicles have crumple zones. The Max having all aluminum has now caused me that. I cracked the case this weekend, which sucks. they're not expensive. So as I was saying in this, sometimes they're expensive. Most of the stuff isn't. It's expensive to get started if you're trying to go buy a big expensive car. If you don't believe me, there's a lot of other amazing RC guys out there that'll tell you all of this stuff and give you better detailed descriptions of everything and better breakdowns. I'll start doing some videos on some rebuilds on these. You can see that they're really not intimidating. If you're not a car guy, don't worry about it. These are still a lot of fun. I'm trying to get more people into the hobby because it's huge stress relief. It's a lot of fun. Speed equals money, so it's going to cost money to go fast. And then when you stop too quickly, that's also going to cost you money. So, but none of it's too bad. The initial investment of buying the car could cost you as little as $200 for a really good Traxxas car. Or Arma if that's your thing, or low C if that's your thing. Low C hasn't been a thing since gas was important. Come on guys, nitro's dead. It sounds awesome, and if you're a gearhead, they're kind of cool. It's a lot of work. Do you really want to be working on a hobby that much? Do you want to, like, woodworking is a very detailed hobby. That's why there's not a lot of people doing it. It's a hobby. You want to go have fun. There's golf is easy. It's not easy to be good at, but it's easy to do. These are pretty easy. Working on them is really easy. There's a lot of videos out there to show you how to fix everything. None of the parts cost you a lot of money. It shocks the hell out of my friends. It shocks the hell out of my wife. I come home with a fleet of 8 broken trucks in a day, like I did last weekend. It was too hot. My camera kept overheating. So I don't have any good footage. I do, however, have a quick video that's literally seconds of the back seat of my truck, the floor, because my seats fold up. Did I mention my Duramax? All of my trucks, all these trucks I took out laying down on top of each other. Just took a lot of trucks out. A lot of fun people that wanted to have a good time playing with RCs. And I might have just created more members of the society here in town. Almost every one of them broke to one degree or another. And for a couple $100 that I didn't really have to spend, probably could have got away with spending about $80, but I figured, hey, if stuff's broke, I'm gonna do some upgrades while I'm repairing them. So for about $200, I'm fixing like 8 different trucks. It's really not that bad. For me, it's fun to, you know, put the stuff back together and then go rip it as like it's maiden voyage after a major repair. None of it takes a long time. Like, depending, a cracked case on the Max, that's removing the entire rear end of the truck and replacing the upper and lower. And I think screwing around, listening to YouTube videos, having a good time, taking my time, hanging out with my kids, like an hour and a half. And that, again, was not me like trying to fly through getting it fixed. I wasn't in a hurry, just enjoying myself. So the hobby's a lot of fun. I recommend getting into it. It's a blast to do. And again, not very expensive. I mean, this is a new truck. These just came out. They're like $250 brand new-ish, depending on, yeah, I think Ace had them for like $250, $260. Picked mine up for less than $200. And it's a great little 2S 4x4 that little kids can play with, because my buddy let his little kid play with it. And adults can have a good time with it. Like, small, you can play with it in your house. Front yard, you got a small yard. You live in town in a little postage stamp yard. It's perfect. They're not super loud, not super crazy. Pretty hard to break because they're not super fast. 2S is normally pretty good speed, but they're a lot of fun. And I'm looking at the mini XRTs, and people are already selling those. And that's like a $370 truck, and people are already selling them for like $250. So I'm gonna wait, find one for $200. The hobby can be cheap. Please get into it. You're gonna love it. And then post videos about it. Post videos of you out there bashing them up. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I just wanted to introduce my $200 Xmaxx because I've now talked about it in chat rooms and in comment sections on, like, Kevin Talbot. He's big on, you know, Kevin's RCs. Great channel if you want to watch and learn more about cars that do test them all. You test the really inexpensive ones and the really cheap ones and the really high-end ones. The Xmaxx has always been his favorite. It's always been the one that's the dream for me. I mean, it's the ultimate RC truck. But I was getting in the comments in there and I was talking about finding these things for dirt cheap. He did a really cheap, I think it's a Chinese company, making an RC that's, I think it was a little over 200 bucks for the initial truck, ready to run, straight out of the box, comes with everything. He put $650 worth of upgrades on this truck. Why, I will never understand, because I got an Xmaxx for 200. I got a Max for 350. Got an Xmaxx for less than that. Like, the most expensive truck that I've spent money on is this freaking monster right here. And that's like an $800 truck that I picked up for $5. And it was basically brand new, and I got 6 batteries with it. Batteries is where money is like really the big issue with RCs. Batteries do get expensive. If you go cheap, it can cause you problems down the road, like they explode. LiPo batteries are very temperamental. You have to take care of them, kind of like your wife. So it's all things you can learn. It's all super easy to do. It's awesome. It's fun. It brings people together. Nothing but smiles. My friends who have never run RC cars ever, but see mine all the time, put a remote in their hands and let them go. Tell them, dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry about breaking things. Things are going to break. All right? They're all fast. All of mine are fast. You're going to break something. It's okay. Oh man, I'm so sorry my kid broke it. Just let me know what it costs. I'm like, dude, doesn't matter. It's cool. We're having a good time. And none of it's expensive. And it's stuff I'm going to have to replace anyway because I'm going to break it. It doesn't matter. So it's a hell of a lot of fun. Everyone smiles. My buddy's little kids were smiling. My nephews were smiling. My son was smiling. Me, all of the adults were having a freaking blast. 2 of my friends that have never ever run RCs having just the time of their lives out there hitting jumps, just cooking across the dirt, doing 45 miles an hour on dirt. Like it's always fun no matter how old you are. My dad loves this stuff. It's worth it, man. Have a good time. I know I'm overselling it, but I'm freaking hyped over this big beauty right here. Look at that. Those freaking shocks are the size of the ones on my lifted Suburban, man. Holy crap. So anyways, Tucson, Arizona. I'm Randy. Have fun. Go out there. Have a blast, man. Get a hobby. Get into this hobby. It's worth it. Later.